What's good, fellow Dramsters? It's your boy Scott from Major Dramage.com and the Intergalactic Society of Whiskey Drinkers. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is actually our first intro video. Really excited to have you here. I thought that today what we do is maybe take a look at the Major Dramage library, see what we got in stock right now, talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing, and basically, yeah, just welcome you guys to the YouTube channel. So, first of all, I'll show you the library that we got going on right now. I call it the library because it's almost like a good book. You know, you want to choose a scotch that kind of mirrors the mood you're in, something that's going to take you on a bit of a journey, and certainly I've got some, excuse me, great. I'm feeling a little rough today, by the way. The wife and I were having a few beverages last night, having a good time. It was a great Friday night. Anyway, as you can see, I probably got quite a few that you're familiar with here, some that maybe you're not familiar with, some of them you may have tried in the past, so maybe you're thinking about trying them in the future. I hope that what we do here at Major Dramage YouTube channel is give you some insight as to what scotches are good, you know, what scotch to pair with the mood you're in, pairings with food maybe. There's not a lot, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of scotch pairings with food, but I am so open to somebody changing my mind about this. So I'm really looking forward to your comments, really looking forward to your suggestions, what you guys want to see next, what kind of content you'd like us to post. Really stoked about hearing from you. So yeah, make sure you comment down below. Good or bad, doesn't matter. We grow with your, feedback. So let us know how we're doing, okay? We'd really appreciate it. Always make sure you go and check out MajorDramage.com. We'd love for you to be a member of the Facebook group, the Intergalactic Society of Whiskey Drinkers. I know it's a mouthful, but I love that name. Anyway, please, by all means, join there if you're obviously of age to drink. And we'd love to hear from you there and see what you're drinking. Share your recommendations, share the pictures and all the stuff that you're experiencing with your scotch or whiskey journey. Yeah, because it's not just about scotch. Hopefully what we can do here is, I know that it's very scotch-centric. Absolutely we're going to be focusing mainly on single malt scotches and blended scotches, but I'd also like to take a look at other whiskeys in the world too. Some of the Japanese whiskeys I hear are really good. I can't drink bourbon, so if you're looking for bourbon reviews, there's plenty of really great YouTubers doing good bourbon content out there, so I encourage you to go and check those folks out. Yeah, I can't drink bourbon because I have a thing with corn, so it just does not agree with me at all. It just messes me right up. So if you're into bourbon, that's awesome. Again, check some other folks out. But we're going to be focusing mainly on scotch, blended and single malt. But again, hopefully what we can do is introduce everybody into some other beverages of alcohol that you may not be familiar with. I'm going to do some tastings of stuff that I choose off the shelf that I would never in a million years dream of buying. But just to, kind of educate you guys and give you the heads up, like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth buying? Is it nasty? So keep an eye out for those kind of reviews too, because we're not just going to be doing whiskeys. We're going to be doing other stuff. Again, primarily scotch, primarily single malts and blended, as it is Major Dramage, but or the Intergalactic Society of Whiskey Drinkers. Eventually I'm just going to shorten that to ISWD, but for now, so that everybody's familiar with it, it is the Intergalactic Society of Whiskey Drinkers. Again, check us out on Facebook. We'd love for you to join that group and be a part of that. So anyway, yeah, so welcome to the journey. And if you've got a scotch on hand right now, cheers. I don't have one right now because, again, I'm feeling a little bit rough, but I'm sure that a little bit later I'll start enjoying. I actually just went to my local LCBO. It's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario here where I'm from. And I took back a bottle of Johnny Walker Green Label. I just found it a little bit too aggressive for me. I'm not a huge fan of the JW lineup. Listen, I found it okay when it had an ice cube, but it was pretty harsh. It's a very aggressive scotch. That may be my singular opinion. You may not agree, but that's totally cool. Each to their own, right? So what I did pick up was I picked up a Scapa. What's it called? Scapa Glanza. And I also picked up a Loch Lomond 12-year-old, I think it is. Yep, 12-year-old. Because I'm a sucker for whiskey marketing, as you've probably read if you've been to MajorDramage.com and seen our blog and read some of the blog posts there. You'll know that I'm a sucker for nice packaging and Scotch marketing. I know Glenfiddich do a fantastic job of their marketing. A lot of them, Glenmorangie, you know, even Lagavulin and their understatedness, just beautiful stuff. So I got kind of roped in. The Scapa was a beautiful box, gorgeous artwork on it. We'll do a review of that in a future upcoming video. Again, we're going to be going through the entire library and doing reviews on all these scotches to inform you guys, give you sort of like some background and some insight as to whether it's a good scotch, whether it's worth drinking, whether it's worth having in your collection. We'll also talk about, too, scotch as an investment. Like, I have absolutely no idea what the worth is of certain scotches, but I'm going to go on the journey with you. So if I can find information that's going to be useful to you guys, then absolutely I'm going to share that with you. And hopefully we can get some, you know, we can educate ourselves on what's good out in the market, what's not so good. Is it hype, or is it like, you know, genuinely a good investment? A lot of people are looking at these Game of Thrones scotches right now, and they're going for some crazy cash, like $2,000 I saw for like a set of the full 8. And that's, I mean, first of all, I wasn't exactly overwhelmed with the last season or the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, but I picked up 4 of them. There was only 4 available at the LCBO at the time that I was collecting, so you know, you'd see like a Night's Watch, the Oban, come up for sale every once in a while, but as soon as it did, it was gone. So I managed to get 4 of them. There's another 4 coming out in July, I think. That's what they said on the website. For those of you in Ontario who are looking for, you know, the remainder to finish off your Game of Thrones collection. But anyway, that's, you know, I'd like to discuss, you know, some of those subject matters as well, like whether a scotch is all hype or whether it's actually like a legitimate investment. Obviously, when you're looking at the, you know, the 30, 40, 50-year-old scotches, then you're getting into sort of investment scotch. Or maybe not. Maybe you're just like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to have my scotch and I'm going to drink it when I buy it, and just putting it away until it's done and dusted, you know, like, or dusty, is just not for me. Like, you got to enjoy it in the moment. That's a legitimate and valid point too. So interested to hear your opinions on that as well. Anyway, I want to shorten it up. Can't wait to share some really cool stuff with you folks. Looking forward to hearing from you again. Check out MajorDramage.com. We'd love for you to go there. We got some awesome drinking shirts, some scotch accessories, some hats, some clothes, all kinds of good stuff. That's not the point here. We just want to, you know, embrace the community and be a part of it and bring you into it as well if you're not already, or if you're thinking about getting into scotch or whiskeys or whatever else. Maybe this is a gateway for you, and we hope it is. And of course, always check out the Intergalactic Society of Whiskey Drinkers, our Facebook group. We'd love to have you there too. Anyway, peace, cheers, sláinte, whatever you're drinking. I hope it's old enough to order its own beverage too.